November 16, 1988, a date etched in the annals of the Soviet Union's history, marked a significant turning point for the nation. In the years leading up to this day, the Soviet Union was a powder keg of pent-up frustration, waiting for a spark to ignite. The economy was in decline, political corruption was rampant, and public trust in the government was dwindling. This was an era characterized by a surge in liberal and national opposition groups. These groups, often operating underground, were instrumental in challenging the status quo. They were the voices of dissent, the catalysts of change, pushing back against the oppressive regime that had held the Soviet Union in its iron grip for decades. These opposition groups, varied as they were in their ideologies and goals, shared a common purpose: to bring about change, to shake the foundations of the Soviet regime, and to pave the way for a more democratic, more liberal society. They were the embodiment of a nation's yearning for freedom, for a future unshackled from the chains of the past. As the sun set on November 16, 1988, the Soviet Union was on the brink of a historic shift, a shift that would forever alter its trajectory. Post-November 16, 1988, the Soviet Union found itself in uncharted territory. Forged in the crucible of political unrest, opposition groups began to gain momentum, their voices echoing louder in the halls of power. They were the unnamed heroes, the unknown opposition, their dissent and resistance a clarion call for change. This period was marked by a seismic shift in the political landscape. Groups that had once whispered in the shadows were now emboldened, their ideas and ideologies challenging the status quo. Their influence was not just confined to the political sphere. It permeated the social fabric, bringing with it a wave of change that was both exhilarating and unsettling. But it wasn't just the political upheaval that was reshaping the Soviet Union. The economy too was in flux. The state-controlled system was under strain, its cracks widening under the pressure of societal change. The economic implications were far-reaching, impacting the lives of millions and adding fuel to the fire of discontent. The tremors from November 16, 1988, reverberated throughout the Soviet Union, leading to a series of events that would eventually culminate in its dissolution. The aftershocks of November 16, 1988, were felt long after the Soviet Union ceased to exist. The dissolution of this superpower left a vacuum that rippled across the globe, impacting not just the people in the region, but the world at large. The people, long suppressed under the stringent regime, were suddenly thrust into a new era of uncertainty and change. The region, once a cohesive entity under the Soviet banner, fragmented into independent nations, each grappling with its own set of challenges. The world watched as the once mighty Soviet Union unraveled, the balance of power shifting dramatically. The end of the Cold War era marked a significant turn in global politics, with nations left to navigate this new landscape. And at the heart of it all was November 16, 1988, a day that triggered a series of events that would forever change the world. The legacy of this monumental day continues to resonate in contemporary politics and society. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of opposition, the strength of the human spirit, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. It underscores the potential for change, even in the face of oppressive regimes. November 16, 1988, a day that began like any other, ended up changing the course of history. It serves as a potent reminder of the power of opposition and the indomitable spirit of the people.